YHOBH's Kyle Richards co-stars done with secrets, spill or go. Kyle Richards' RHOBH co-stars are done with her secrets, and they are the point where she either spills or leaves. It looked like she would have to be transparent in order to come back for season 14, but that has not been the case. So what have they been saying, and is she fighting back? Keep reading for more details. Kyle Richards co-stars done with secrets, spill or go. Season 13 of RHOBH was a struggle for Kyle Richards, and the ladies as a few felt she was hiding something. They saw she had stopped drinking and was constantly in the gym. Her lifestyle had changed. More than that, she was no longer wearing her wedding ring and was hanging out with country singer Morgan Wade. Kyle was donning tattoos and was almost a completely new person. She denied that anything was wrong other than she liked being in control. However, viewers noticed how disconnected she was from her husband, Mauricio Umansky, and how giddy she was around Morgan. By the end of the season, Kyle and Mauricio were living in separate homes, but she dodged all questions about their split and what went wrong. That was hard for fans and her co-stars because they never felt she was completely honest. She almost did not return for season 14, but did, and is still being evasive. Kyle won't talk about Morgan, let alone say her name, and now Garcelle Beauvais has called her out. According to Monsters and Critics, this went down on the after show, which airs on Peacock. Garcelle, who joined in season 10, started by saying this to Sutton's Strachan actress, Jennifer Tilly. However, it seems that Kyle Richards is not the same person this season as she once was, and the ladies have picked up on that. Garcelle went on to add, "The Morgan of it all." Meanwhile, Kyle Richards took offense to this whole situation and the claim that she was not opening up. First off, she believed Garcelle Beauvais was not showing enough of her life. Fans have been mixed on that topic. On the one hand, they commended Garcelle for opening up about her oldest son, Oliver's struggles with addiction. At the same time, they feel that the story has been repeated every season and would like her to go deeper with her life and who she is at the core. Then Kyle insinuated she cannot talk about Morgan Wade this season. The air inside Villa Rosa was thick with tension. Lisa Vanderpump, ever the grand hostess, had arranged for a gathering, an intervention of sorts, though none of them would dare call it that. The diamond-clad ladies of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills were done playing coy. Kyle Richards had built a legacy on loyalty and discretion, but as the rumors swirled and her personal life made headlines, her co-stars had reached a breaking point. They were tired of the secrets, the whispers about Kyle's marriage, her friendship fallouts, and the unspoken tensions had turned from background noise into a full-blown symphony of speculation. The ladies had one ultimatum: spill or go. The gathering storm. Dorrit Kemsley, always one for theatrics, arrived first, her designer gown cascading like a waterfall as she descended the marble steps into Lisa's rose-filled garden. She took a sip of her rosa, giving a knowing glance to Erica Jane, who had followed close behind. "She's not going to like this," Dorrit mused. Too bad, Erica shot back. She doesn't get to control the narrative anymore. Sutton Strack, ever the unexpected wild card, waltzed in with a dramatic sigh. "I don't know why I let y'all talk me into this," she said, shaking her head. "But if I have to hear one more whisper about Kyle and Mauricio, I might actually explode." Garcelle Beauvais, always the voice of reason, folded her arms and surveyed the gathering. "This isn't about hurting her," she said. "This is about honesty." Crystal Kahn-Minkoff, still relatively new to the drama, but learning fast, chimed in. "That's rich, coming from a group who thrives on keeping secrets," she muttered. Lisa Rinna, ever the instigator, wasn't invited, but her presence loomed. Everyone knew that whatever came out tonight, it would eventually make its way back to her. Kyle arrives. Kyle was the last to arrive, dressed impeccably as always, but her eyes betrayed a weariness she could no longer mask. She had been dreading this night ever since the rumors about her and Mauricio's separation had exploded in the press. She knew her so-called friends wouldn't let it slide. "All right," she said, taking a deep breath as she stepped into the lion's den. "Let's just get this over with." Lisa Vanderpump, never one to shy away from difficult conversations, poured a glass of champagne and slid it across the table to Kyle. "Darling, we just want to understand. The secrets, the rumors, why keep us in the dark?" Kyle hesitated. "I don't owe anyone an explanation." Dorrit scoffed. "Kyle, you spent years demanding honesty from the rest of us. Now it's your turn." The truth unfolds. Kyle sighed, setting down her drink. "Fine," she said. "You want the truth. My marriage was complicated. We've been struggling for years, but we kept it together for the kids, for the cameras, for the brand. And yes, I have friendships that have shifted. Some betrayals I saw coming, others I didn't." She looked pointedly at Erica, who raised an eyebrow but said nothing. "And I didn't tell you all because I knew you'd do this," Kyle continued. "Turn my pain into gossip." Sutton leaned forward. "Kyle, if it makes you feel any better, we all saw this coming." Kyle let out a mirthless laugh. "Great, thanks for that." Garcelle, ever the peacemaker, softened her tone. "We don't want to make this harder for you. But Kyle, you can't expect us to keep pretending nothing's happening when it's all over the press." The breaking point. The silence stretched between them like a chasm. Finally, Kyle stood up, straightening her shoulders. "You know what?" she said. "You're right. I have been keeping secrets. And maybe that's my biggest mistake. But here's the thing, you all keep secrets too. And if I have to spill, so does everyone else." She turned to Dorrit. "Want to talk about what's really going on with PK?" Dorrit's face turned stone cold. "And Erica," Kyle continued, "are you ready to tell us the real status of your finances? Or should we just wait for the next lawsuit?" Erica's lips curled into a smirk, but she said nothing. "And Sutton, how's your dating life really going?" Sutton looked down at her drink, suddenly very interested in the bubbles rising to the surface. Kyle shook her head. "You all want the truth. Then let's get real. Otherwise, this conversation is over." The fallout. For a moment, nobody spoke. Then Lisa Vanderpump, ever the queen of timing, leaned back in her chair and smiled. "Well, that was quite the performance." Kyle grabbed her purse, turning on her heel. "I'm done with this." As she walked away, the ladies exchanged glances. The night had not gone as planned, but one thing was certain. Secrets had been cracked open, and there was no putting them back. Dorrit exhaled. Well, that could have gone better. Erica chuckled. Or worse. Garcelle lifted her glass. To whatever happens next. Lisa clinked her glass against Garcelle's, her eyes twinkling. "Indeed, darling, indeed."